Hallelujah. We are excited and delighted to be here tonight celebrating 40 years of impact, 40 years of generational trailblazing ministry. When God gives you a vision and He gives you direction and then opens you up to revelations, He brings you into associations that will give you the relevant impartation. That takes you to your destination. That is my story. Close to 30 years ago, I came into contact with God's servant through messages, through tapes, and what I heard stirred my spirit. The first message I think I heard was unveiling the realities of the supernatural realms. And my heart was stirred. Is there such a man? Where is he? And I continued listening to the message until one day I saw in the dream of the night, he poured oil on my head. I had never met him. We had never seen. I didn't even know how he looked like, but he anointed me in the dream. And then after getting newly married over 27 years ago, we heard that he was coming into town in the city of Jos where we were. And we traced him to the church then, the Living Faith Church, and then graciously were able to have an encounter with him. And I shared with him what I saw in the dream and how I had listened to several tapes, messages that changed and impacted my life. And he did it, and he said, okay, he's going to do that practically. So he poured the oil practically in the physical, and then that was the beginning of very, very great, unprecedented, unimaginable impact. Shortly after that, God sent us to the city of Abuja to start ministry. And while we're trying to just lay the foundation, he came to town and he passed by the site of the ministry where the foundation was being laid. And he said he came, I told him this is what is happening. He poured oil on the ground and said, building, grow. And within 7 weeks, the building had its roof. And by the first anniversary of our church, that structure, that hall, that sanctuary was filled, and we had 5 little canopies outside that was filled at number 1 first anniversary of the ministry. Impact continued, and then up till the Glory Dome dedication, he broke the ground, and then the building started. When we had 10 days to the dedication of that building, 10 days, and he was coming to dedicate, we needed hundreds of millions if the dedication was to hold, and we had only 10 days. Our people said, can we remove the amount in the reserve account, which was not going to be enough to finish that construction? And I said, no, God will bring the amount. God brought over 300 million within 10 days, and then the building was dedicated to the glory of God. Today, the impact of this ministry by His mercies and true connection is global. And we want to give God the praise. Your connection determines your collections.